Hey everybody, in this video I'm discussing the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September the 17th, 2024. A lunar eclipse is a full moon on steroids. It's so much more dramatic. A regular full moon, if it impacts your horoscope, you might be feeling the effects for a day or two. A lunar eclipse, it could last for weeks. It can really make a real impact on your life. Now, there's a lot of positive energies with this lunar eclipse, but you have to be very mindful. There's a lot of transitions. In general, Pisces is sensitive, it's empathetic, it's spiritual. But Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. In fact, Neptune is in Pisces conjuncting the full moon, the lunar eclipse in Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And so there's a lot of spiritual, creative, intuitive energies that will be awakened with the Pisces energies. But being it's the last sign, it could point to a lot of endings and transitions. And being a lunar eclipse, it can really bring things that have been hidden or any resentments with relationships to the surface. So there's a lot of really intense struggling energies of separations, of transitions, and yet I'm going to be talking about the potentials for some real positive progress. This is definitely can be a life-changing eclipse. Now, the lunar eclipse is at 25 degrees of Pisces. And if you have any planet within a couple of degrees of 25 Pisces, or the opposite, where the sun is at 25 Virgo, it's really going to be grabbing your attention. Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. Neptune in Pisces, same energies, brings in a lot of this spiritual energy, but also Pisces and Neptune can also weaken boundaries, almost this feeling of boundlessness, but also can bring up this uncertainty and confusion. Now, not only is this lunar eclipse aligned with Pisces, are aligned with Neptune, it's also being impacted with a square, this 90-degree angle, from Jupiter. And Jupiter just will expand all the Neptune spiritual, but also fantasy energies. So let's start breaking this down just with the Pisces full moon, and then we'll get to the grand trine. The grand trine is when all three earth signs are connected, where the energy flows. It will be from Virgo, because the sun's in Virgo, opposite the Pisces full moon. Virgo, very practical and grounded and sensible, in a trine to liberating, advancing, progressive Uranus in Taurus, and also that Virgo sun on the other side is trining Pluto, transformational Pluto in Capricorn. But they're all in harmony. So this is bringing the potential for great change. And with the Pisces, especially with Neptune conjuncting the Pisces, can really awaken the dream, the vision. It may really awaken a much stronger spiritual path for many people. So before I break down the full moon eclipse conjuncting Neptune, squaring Jupiter, and then on to the grand trine, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer. All right. Lunar eclipse, dramatic, intense, really bringing a lot of matters that might have been hidden or unclear to the surface. This will really heighten emotions, and emotions may surface quite suddenly and dramatically. Being aligned with Neptune, nebulous but foggy Neptune, the planet of illusions, dreams, and spirituality, this can create a mystical and or foggy atmosphere. You might feel more connected to the spiritual realm, explore experiencing vivid dreams, intuitive insights, or even confusion. The conjunction to Neptune can also blur boundaries, making it easy to fall into escapism through substance, drugs and alcohol, fantasies, or avoiding reality. It's important to stay grounded, but the Grand Trine is in Earth signs, which is very grounded. But this lunar eclipse is also being squared by Jupiter, and this configuration will only amplify your emotions and your beliefs. You may be feeling a push-pull between your optimism of Jupiter to disillusionment with all that foggy Neptunian Pisces energies. There could be a tendency to overestimate situations or to become overly idealistic, leading to disappointments when reality doesn't match expectations. Now, before I get to the Grand Trine, that's going to really help support and channel this energy, because the weak side of the Pisces with the Neptune could be, again, feeling very lost, very escapist, disillusioned. There's such a positive of the spirituality, creativity, really tapping into the dream and the vision. But it's so, with all that Neptune with the Pisces, can be too dreamy, and Jupiter can take it over the top. So it's so important to have your feet on the ground and be really practical. And the sun, which is always opposite the moon with a full moon, the sun's in Virgo. Virgo is very practical. It's very sensitive. It likes to get grounded into the day-to-day routine. Because it's also the sun's in Virgo, you might be more inclined towards helping others or your own health care. That's all part of the positive of Virgo. Now, the Virgo sun, the Grand Trine with Uranus and Pluto, creates a strong grounding energies. The sun focuses on practicality, health, organization, while the Uranus in liberating Uranus in grounding Taurus brings sudden changes, but also innovative ideas, especially in the material and financial world, because Taurus is much more into finance and financial security. And Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is the planet of transformation and lendings and new beginnings. So it's also bringing in with all these exciting new ideas and bringing everything to light. With the Pluto, this can also indicate for many of you the opportunity to really ride the wave towards making some really positive changes in your life, really awaken some powerful insights. And it could come with that Pisces Neptune in your dreams. It's certainly awakening the vision and your long-range goals, your visionary goals. And the Grand Trine is keeping you grounded, being able to manifest a business, a structure to support the vision. The moon will be at 25 degrees of Pisces. Opposite will be the sun at 25 degrees of Virgo. If you have planets within a couple of degrees of 25 Pisces or 25 Virgo, this energy is going to really grab you and allow you to ride the wave to achieve your goals and dreams. The goals is part of the earthy Grand Trine. And the Uranus wants to bring in all new innovative ideas, and the Pluto could also be about let go of the old, bring in the new, but also be this real transformational energies. But not only is it the Grand Trine connected with this powerful lunar eclipse, on that day, that's also going to be that Mercury, decision-making Mercury, will be an exact opposite Saturn. And Venus, pleasure-seeking, relational Venus, will be in a hard angle with Pluto. So when you do a chart for the lunar eclipse, it's also going to drag these energies of Mercury, Saturn, and Venus, Pluto into these next few weeks. And there's some real positive sides, especially financial, but relationships are going to be really tested. But I think the Grand Trine, especially with the Sun in Virgo, is going to keep you very level-headed and practical to be able to really advance. But along with 25 Pisces, 25 Virgo, if you have planets around 25 Capricorn or 25 Taurus, and this can maybe spread out more 4 or 5 degrees, you're also going to be caught up in this opportunity to make some really positive advancements in your life. But let's look to Mercury, discerning communication Mercury, in critical, analytical Virgo. Mercury in Virgo makes the mind very strong, but it's opposing or being confronted by restricted Saturn. The positive is critical thinking, when you can go really very deep, being able to really have some disciplined thinking, a good time to focus on tasks that require precision and thoroughness, but be mindful of being too rigid, because that's the dark side of Saturn. And with that Mercury-Saturn, that can also be having to say goodbye, or there could be some endings. Certainly can create some mental tensions leading to frustrations, delays, or frustrations with communications. So one of the dark sides of the full moon, especially the lunar eclipse, is testing relationships. And that Mercury opposite Saturn, Mercury is all those decision-making. There could be some endings, but it could also keep you really grounded. Now, Venus is the planet of relationships, but it's also the planet of finances, because Venus rules Libra, the sign of relationships and harmony and peace and marriage. But Venus also rules Taurus, and Taurus it's about finances and materialism. And that Uranus, that progressive Uranus, is in Taurus, ruled by Venus. Now, having Venus, however, squaring Pluto could indicate some really intense relationships and power struggles. Venus in Libra seeks harmony, peace, beauty in relationships. But when it's in a hard square to Pluto, dark Pluto, it can introduce themes of power, control, and transformation. This aspect may bring underlying issues in relationships to the surface, leading to intense emotions, jealousy, or possessiveness. Since lunar eclipse is a dramatic full moon that can test relationships, but also bring matters that's been hidden to the surface, back to Venus-Pluto. Venus can be relationships, and Pluto rules the underworld in mythology. So Pluto can also be dealing with secrets. So if you're in a relationship and you're being lied to, betrayed, or you're not completely open and honest, it's going to all be revealed maybe within a week, maybe a couple of weeks, because the lunar eclipse can take a lot of time to make a lot of changes. But the Venus in aspect to Taurus, aspect to Pluto, can also address a lot of financial issues. So there could be changes in your job, or breaking up on the dark side, a business, contract, partnership. So there is a lot of testing, a lot of things that are pushing you to the wall. But because of the grand trine, it's going to give the opportunity to advance forwards with the sun, with the Neptune on the full moon in Pisces. It can really bring in the dream and the vision, and the grand trine in Earth can help you manifest. So overall, this incredibly intense and, might I say, rare, not very common energies, is a mix of dreamy, emotional, and transformational energies. While the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse conjuncts Neptune may bring heightened sensitivity and a sense of confusion, the grand trine in earthy Virgo offers grounding and practical solutions. The challenging aspects of Mercury opposing Saturn and Venus squaring Pluto suggest that navigating this period will require careful communications and a willingness to face deep, sometimes uncomfortable truths in relationships, especially if secrets are being revealed. Expect a powerful mix of emotions and changes, but with opportunities for growth and breakthroughs if you're open to the process. Some of you may get very skittish and nervous and freak out and shut down, and with that Neptune, just want to escape, want to deny, want to hide. But if you move through it, your dreams could start looking possible, especially if you are that 25 Virgo. One last thing about 25 Virgo, if this lunar eclipse is on the 17th of September. So if your birthday is within a couple of days before and after this lunar eclipse, you can expect opportunities to change your life. You don't want to run away and deny and be afraid. You want to push forwards, because that Neptune with the full moon eclipse in Pisces can really awaken the dream, and the earthy grand trine can make it seem that it's possible to manifest the dream. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next time, be safe and well.